Welcome to weekly NISH news broadcast. National news. The Directorate General of Civil Aviation (DGCA) called a high-level meeting with Air India and Air India Express officials as Air India's international flights continued to see delays and cancellations due to a combination of factors including technical glitches. On June 17, 2025, 16 Air India flights were cancelled due to unavailability of aircraft and technical glitches, according to a press statement issued by the DGCA. 13 of these were scheduled to be operated by a Boeing 787 aircraft, it added. The Supreme Court made it clear on June 17, 2025 that the rights of filmmakers and theatre owners to release movies cannot be curtailed by threats of arson and violence, while underscoring that the Karnataka government must ensure that Kamal Hassan's Thug Life is screened across the state. The movie came under a cloud following a statement made by Kamal Hassan that Kannada language took birth from Tamil language during the promotion of the film. Over to regional news. Expressing concern at the pollution due to unregulated and irresponsible disposal of plastic waste in the state, the Kerala High Court on June 17 issued an order banning the use of single-use plastic items in hilly areas where visitors are in large numbers at functions like weddings and also in eateries from October 2nd, Gandhi Jayanti. The ban is on plastic water bottles with less than 5-liter carrying capacity, soft drink bottles with less than 2-liter carrying capacity, food containers, plates, cups and straws, among others, and is extended into official functions hosted by government agencies. Irresponsible disposal of plastic waste posed a serious threat to all life forms, said the court. After instances of dumping poultry waste from the city in nearby panchayats, the Thiruvananthapuram Corporation is now considering transporting poultry waste to treatment facilities in its own vehicles. However, according to corporation officials, a final decision will be made only after considering cost factors as well as practical issues of managing the transport. Currently, the contrast for transporting chicken waste to the 2 chicken waste rendering plants in Ernakulam is with private contractors. Over to international news. As the conflict between Iran and Israel continues to escalate, the government has initiated efforts to move Indian citizens in both countries to safer areas, although no evacuation plans are currently in progress. It has also advised them to limit their movements given the daily aerial strikes. The Indian embassy in Tehran began working with local Iranian authorities on June 16 to shift Indian citizens by bus to safer places outside the capital and from other cities being targeted by Israeli strikes, while more than 100 students have crossed the border to Armenia. India will highlight the priorities of the Global South at the G7 summit in Canada, said Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who reached Calgary on June 17, 2025 to participate in the G7 Outreach Summit. Besides the summit, Modi is expected to participate in 4 bilateral meetings with the leaders of Germany, Canada, Ukraine, and Italy. Over to sports news. Indian compound cadet archers broke 2 world records in the World Youth Archery Championships on June 17. The women's team comprising Priya Gurjar, Parneet Kaur and Ridu Sedil Kumar gathered 2,067 points to score 22 points more than the previous mark in the ranking round. India accumulated 44 points more than the second place Turkey. The USA was third with 2,027 points. With this news, we come to the end of the weekly NISH news broadcast. We are Meenu and Meera, ISL volunteers at NISH, signing the news for you along with Ms. Sylvie Maximena, NISH faculty. See you again next week. Thank you.